And this video is proof that there is a huge Laker bias amongst the 2K developers. I mean, this was such an easy rebuild, it wasn't even funny. I know there's been many YouTubers who have made videos about how 2K hates Boston, and I think that's definitely true. But I think they equally favor the Lakers. First off, I couldn't even try. I didn't want to trade him, but I was just seeing what his value was. I couldn't even try to trade Lonzo Ball in the beginning. Like, that's how crazy this is. Like, I would go to Trade Finder, see what I could get for Lonzo Ball, and nothing will pop up, as if no team in the NBA wants Lonzo Ball. Eventually it did happen. I didn't trade him, but you wanted to see his value. Like, what is he rated for on the market? If I can get Jimmy Butler over Lonzo Ball, I'm gonna do it every day of the week. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this rebuild. We actually started off pretty good. We started off on a 4-game winning streak before losing 4 straight. So that takes us into the first trade, which is going to be Luol Deng, a first-round draft pick, Thomas Bryant for Allen Crabbe, and Spencer Dinwiddie. You guys know me, guys at the end of the bench. I don't care how old you are not going to get playing time for me. So if someone wants to take a young guy and develop him, they are more than welcome to do it, because I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to trade Luol Deng's bad contract and pick up Allen Crabbe's bad contract. But he's younger, and he's a better overall player. And if I get him early, I can move him later on in the season. So that was this first trade. The next trade is going to come 2 days after that. And this one was actually offered to me early on in the season. I was shocked by it. The Clippers offered me DeAndre Jordan and Willis Reed for Brook Lopez and Josh Hart. I mean, this was a no-brainer. I'm not big on Brook Lopez in any way, shape, or form. But I'll take DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan is looking for another Chris Paul, and so maybe him and Lonzo can become a Chris Paul connection. And then Willis Reed is just an upgrade at the power forward position, because I do plan on getting rid of Julius Randle, because I don't think he's that good anyway. So that was an easy decision for me. The next trade is going to come about a week and a half after that. And this one is going to be Brandon Ingram, Tyler Ennis for Gary Harris and Trey Lyles. Now, normally I would not trade Brandon Ingram, but for some reason this guy, and in real life, he just hasn't lived up to the potential up to this point in his career. Still very early in his career. And because I only plan to do a max 3-year rebuild, so that means that even if I do develop a guy, I mean, you got 1 to 2 seasons max, because I'm only going to be doing moves for the first 2 seasons. And that 3rd season, we got to win a chip. So he did not look like he was progressing very well. And so I went ahead and got Gary Harris, because I know that he does progress well, and he's just a flat better player right now. And Trey Lyles for Tyler Ennis is also just a better player. So that's going to take me to the end of the month. We are 12-8. And now we're going to trade Corey Brewer and Kyle Kuzma for PJ Tucker and Troy Williams. Now, I believe that Kyle Kuzma is severely underrated in this game. I think he should be higher than a 72. But at the same time, what do the developers really have to go after other than summer league ball? So I think they'll wait a little bit, and eventually his ratings will go up. But for now, he's a 72. And I can get a PJ Tucker, who is a great 3-point shooter and defender, for Corey Brewer, who again was at the end of my bench. So PJ Tucker is going to be a rotation player. So I get a rotation player in exchange for 2 end of the bench guys. Next trade is going to come about 4 or 5 days after that. And this time, like I said, I was finally going to get rid of Julius Randle. So I'm going to trade Julius Randle and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope for Andre Drummond and Bino Udrich. And at first, I wasn't going to do it because, as you know, I got DeAndre Jordan. But DeAndre Jordan kept popping up in possible trades. And then I thought, I've done it before where I've had like Hassan Whiteside and Andre Drummond, sort of like a twin tower thing. And I thought, man, this would make us really great with interior defense, meaning that teams will not be able to drive in on the post on us, especially if I start both of them. I got Gary Harris out on the wings still. We still got Jordan Clarkson at this point. We picked up PJ Tucker. So we got some scoring. I'm putting people who can score. We can run pick and roll with Lonzo Ball. And so we're going to go ahead and do this trade right here. Give us a little twin tower mix right there. And at this point, this is when I first started thinking, as I said, our record is 12-10. This is when I first started thinking, like, we may be able to make some noise this year. I feel like I have a core, Lonzo Ball, my twin towers. And besides, if it doesn't work out, DeAndre Jordan it's a contract year for him. So he could always just walk in the offseason and I can go get a score if this experiment doesn't work out. But we're going to go ahead and do that trade. So now I start to get really aggressive in my trades, trading more often. And it's December 9th. We are 14-10. And so now I'm going to trade Jordan Clarkson, a second-round draft pick, for Robert Covington. This gives me a great starter at the small forward position. So now I got Lonzo Ball, Gary Harris, Robert Covington, and DeAndre Jordan, and Andre Drummond. So that's my starting lineup. I'm feeling really good about this lineup defensively, other than Lonzo Ball. But I'm feeling really good about it, and I'm liking what we could possibly do. The next trade is going to come about 5 days after that. And I'm going to trade Zubac and Larry Nance for Malcolm Brogdon and Jason Terry. Now, I like Malcolm Brogdon. You guys have seen me have him in other rebuilds and in other series that I do on the channel. I like this guy a lot because he can be a point guard or a shooting guard, and he's going to be good at either one of those. So this gives me either a backup point guard, backup shooting guard, whichever one, and I feel like I can run with him or Lonzo on the court at the same time, or give Lonzo some rest. And he also likes to play defense, so really going for the defensive route with this team because I think that's going to be our bread and butter. The next trade is just going to come about 4 days after that. And now we are going to trade a first-round draft pick in Andrew Bogut for Zaza Pachulia and a first-round draft pick. Now, I don't like Zaza Pachulia, maybe the individual, but what he gives you is a great, smart, veteran defender. And as you guys know, in this rebuild, we're going for defense. So we're going to go ahead and pick him up. So I'm locked down tight at the center position. Andre Drummond, DeAndre Jordan, now Zaza Pachulia. I know this is a guard-centric league, but if we can force people to play our style of basketball, then I think we're going to be good. So the next trade is going to come after the new year. We're 24-16, one of the top teams in the conference. And now we're going to trade Spencer Dinwiddie, Willie Reed for Luke Abu-Amute and Chinedu Unaku. Okay, this just gives us some more depth at the forward spot, small forward / power forward. And so I like to have really long guys in my 3 and 4 that I can really rotate in either one of those positions right there. So now we're going to do another trade. Our last trade of the season is going to come at the end of January. We're 28-19, so looking really good. And the Heat are going to offer me James Johnson, Wayne Ellington for Trey Lyles and Allen Crabbe. So I get rid of Crabbe's back contract, and James Johnson can score. Okay, so I got my team all set up. We got plenty of great defenders, and I'm feeling really, really, really good about what we got in LA. Now, as you guys can see, the season is winding down, and we're going to win 50 plus games. We're sitting right now third in the conference as we simulate these last few games of the season. 56. So we're going to end up 56 and 26. Steph Curry is your MVP. Of course, Lonzo Ball is Rookie of the Year, as he always is. Here you see the other awards. And Golden State finished with 65 wins. We finished with 56 wins. Finished third in the conference. So I'm actually we actually beat Golden State. I think we split the season series 2 games apiece. And so I'm really liking what we did. As you guys see, we were in third. Houston was second. So we are a powerhouse in this conference right here. One of the top teams in the Western Conference. So after one season, that's actually pretty good. But again, I think it's because of the bias with Lonzo Ball. But there you can start to see some numbers here of how we did. I mean, DeAndre Jordan had a career year. I mean, at one point he was averaging 20 and 12. And as you see on the year, he averaged about 19 and 10. So he's never had numbers like that. So him and Lonzo Ball really worked really well together. And of course, we had Andre Drummond as well. So as we look over all the stats there, you can stop that at any point if you want to see it. But let's go ahead and get into this. We got the Clippers in the first round, and we're going to take them out in 7 games. There you can see game 7 where we won by 17 points. In the next round, we have the San Antonio Spurs, and we are going to sweep the Spurs, and Portland is going to somehow get past the Golden State Warriors. This is where I say there is LA bias. They are trying to do everything they can to get us to win. And so we're going to go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers and take them out in 6 games. So Lonzo, the GOAT, along with DeAndre Jordan, who gets Finals MVP. I told you guys I don't believe in realistic rebuilds. But as you guys can see, I promise you, man, 2K, they got some LA bias there. This would never happen, probably, but whatever. I'll take it. In the fastest rebuild I've ever done. Leave a like if you like it. We're going to be doing other rebuilds. We got a lot of different content on this channel. And if you're new, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you next time. Peace.